Captain Ryland stood at the bridge of the starship Aurora, eyes scanning the endless stretch of space. Stars flickered like distant lanterns, and the black void seemed deeper than ever before. His crew moved quietly around him, performing checks and logging data. This mission was different from any other. Humanity had explored hundreds of star systems, but this one was uncharted, filled with rumors of strange planets and unknown species. "Captain, sensors detect a planet ahead," said Lieutenant Mara, pointing at the holographic display. The planet looked small, almost fragile, with faint blue and green streaks. "Atmosphere is breathable. Gravity slightly lower than Earth's. Surface seems stable." Ryland leaned closer, studying the planet. "Prepare the landing shuttle," he said. "We need to see what's down there. Everyone stay alert. We don't know what to expect." The shuttle descended slowly, cutting through thin clouds and landing on a flat plain surrounded by strange crystal-like trees. The air was clear, fresh, and tinged with a faint metallic scent. Ryland stepped out first, scanning the horizon. He had his communicator in hand and a small team with him. Mara, the science officer, and 2 security specialists. "Looks calm," said Mara, crouching to examine a shimmering rock. "But the readings are unusual. Magnetic fields fluctuate, almost like something is alive under the surface." Before Ryland could reply, a sudden shimmer appeared at the edge of the plain. A figure emerged, tall and glowing faintly. Its skin seemed like liquid light, and it moved with perfect balance, every step silent yet deliberate. Ryland instinctively raised his hand. The alien paused. A thin layer of energy surrounded it, like a shimmering shield. It radiated power, yet there was no aggression. The crew froze. "Captain," whispered Mara, It's a shield. Some kind of protective field." Ryland stepped forward slowly, showing his hands. "We come in peace," he said firmly. "We mean no harm." The alien tilted its head, studying him. Its voice was melodic but strange, carrying a weight that seemed beyond words. Somehow the words translated in Ryland's mind. "What do you want?" it asked. The question hung in the air. Ryland felt a strange mixture of tension and curiosity. This was the first time humans had directly communicated with a species so unlike any other. He paused, trying to gauge the right response. He wanted to break the tension, so he said almost jokingly, "I want you." There was a pause. The alien's head tilted further, studying him in silence. The shield flickered slightly like a ripple in water. Ryland's heart pounded. Did he make a mistake? Was this joke foolish or dangerous? Then without a word, the alien stepped back. Its shield remained intact, but there was a subtle shift. Something had changed. The alien was curious now, intrigued. Ryland felt a shiver of excitement. "Captain," said Mara, "we need to be careful. We don't know its intentions. That shield, it's not just protection. It could be a weapon." Ryland nodded. "I know, but something tells me it's not about hostility. I think it's trying to understand us the way we try to understand it." The alien moved closer to the humans cautiously, keeping the shield active. Its eyes, bright like liquid stars, focused on Ryland. The crew noticed something unexpected. The shield wasn't aggressive. It was a barrier, yes, but also a test. Ryland knelt slightly, raising his hands again in a gesture of peace. "We come to explore, to learn. We want friends, not enemies." The alien's luminous skin pulsed slowly, almost like a heartbeat. Then it lifted a hand, and a small orb of light hovered between them. Ryland's mind received a vision, images flowing rapidly. Stars, planets, life forms, and people reaching out to one another across vast distances. The alien's message was clear. It was curious about humans, their intentions, their hearts. Mara whispered, "It's showing us something, trying to communicate." Ryland focused on the images, understanding the meaning. The alien wanted trust. It wanted to see who humans were, not just with words, but through actions. "We'll show you," Ryland said softly, more to himself than anyone else. "We'll show you who we are." The alien observed the humans for the rest of the day. It walked silently around them, testing their reactions, watching their teamwork, and noting their care for each other. When Mara knelt to help a wounded bird-like creature, the alien tilted its head, its shield flickering with curiosity. When the security team worked to repair a damaged piece of equipment, the alien paused to study their cooperation. Ryland realized something important: humor. Kindness and honesty might reach this alien more than weapons or science ever could. He began small experiments, gestures that required trust. He offered food, shared water, helped injured creatures, and even laughed at his own mistakes. At one point, while trying to translate a message from the alien, Rylan joked, "I guess I really do want you." The alien paused, the shield flickering slightly more. Rylan felt a strange sense of hope. Maybe humor, even a small human joke, was a bridge. As night fell, the humans gathered near the shuttle. The alien remained in the distance, watching, studying. Its shield glowed softly, illuminating the plane in faint blue light. Rylan knew the first step had been taken, but the journey was far from over. "We'll need to rest," Rylan said. "Tomorrow we try again." Carefully, Mara nodded. "I've never seen anything like this. It's intelligent, aware, and cautious. This could be the first real contact humanity has had with a species completely unlike us." Rylan stared at the glowing figure in the distance. "It's more than that. It's a chance to prove that humans can be more than explorers. We can be friends, allies, maybe even teachers, in our own way." The night on the planet was quiet, filled with alien stars and the gentle hum of the shield. Rylan couldn't sleep, thinking of the alien's eyes, its strange curiosity, and the silent connection forming between them. He felt a mixture of excitement, nervousness, and anticipation. Tomorrow would be the real test. He knew that humor alone wasn't enough, but honesty, kindness, and courage might open a path. And somehow he felt that small joke, saying "you" Tide was the key to breaking the first barrier. Above them, stars sparkled. And somewhere the alien watched, its thoughts unreadable yet clearly aware. For the first time, Rylan felt that humans were not alone in the universe. And perhaps in the vastness of space, friendship could begin in the simplest, most unexpected ways. As he closed his eyes, Rylan whispered, "We'll show you who we are. And maybe you'll show us who you are too." The shield flickered one last time that night, like a soft heartbeat in the dark. The next morning, the planet's surface glimmered under twin suns, casting long shadows across the crystal-like trees. Captain Rylan and his team emerged from the shuttle, moving cautiously. The alien from the previous day was nowhere in sight. Its absence was unsettling, but Rylan felt it was deliberate. The alien was watching, even if unseen. "Sensors show no movement nearby," said Lieutenant Mara, checking her equipment. "But the energy readings are odd. It's like the shield is still here, invisible, following us." Rylan nodded. "Stay alert. Remember, this is new territory for both sides. We must be careful and patient." As the humans explored, small signs of the alien's presence appeared. Rocks had shifted in patterns that suggested observation. The wind carried faint pulses of energy that felt almost like communication. Rylan realized that patience alone would not be enough. The alien wanted them to act in ways that could demonstrate their intentions. They came across a small ridge overlooking a valley filled with glowing plants. Rylan's security officer, Terran, pointed to a strange formation in the distance. "Captain, I think that's where it lives. Or at least where it spends its time." Rylan crouched, scanning the area. "Good, let's proceed slowly. We don't want to appear threatening." As they moved, the alien appeared suddenly at the edge of the valley, shield active but observing silently. Its luminous eyes followed every human movement. Rylan raised his hand in greeting. The alien did not respond verbally. It did not need to. Its attention alone was communication. Mara whispered, "It's testing us. Everything we do is under scrutiny." Rylan understood. The alien wanted to know if humans were trustworthy, not by words but by actions. He decided to act with honesty and care. When Mara tripped on uneven ground, Rylan immediately helped her, steadied her, and checked that she was unharmed. The alien's shield flickered slightly, a subtle response that Rylan took as acknowledgement. Later, the team encountered a small injured creature, something between a bird and a reptile. Its wing was broken and it could not fly. Rylan knelt beside it, speaking softly. "Don't worry, little one. We'll help you." Mara carefully wrapped the creature in a portable medkit blanket. The alien watched from a distance. Its shield shimmered, pulsing in a rhythm that seemed almost like breathing. For the first time, Rylan thought the alien was beginning to trust them, at least enough to observe without attacking or retreating. They continued exploring, discovering ruins half buried under strange rock formations. The structures were unlike anything humans had seen. Angular designs blended with flowing organic shapes. Symbols etched into the walls glowed faintly, reacting to their presence. Rylan realized the alien species had built these structures. This was their home, and the humans were intruders, yet not unwelcome. At one point, Rylan tried a gesture. He picked up a smooth stone and set it gently on a pedestal, a human act of respect. The alien's shield flickered again and it stepped forward, but only halfway out of the valley's shadow. Ryland's heart pounded. This was progress, however subtle. During a quiet break, Ryland spoke to his team. It's testing us, yes, but notice how it reacts to simple acts. Care, honesty, respect. This is about trust. It's not interested in weapons or technology. It wants to see our hearts. Terran frowned. I still don't get it. Why show us anything at all? It could just destroy us if it wanted. Ryland shook his head. Because it's curious. Because it sees potential in humans. That's what makes this encounter different. It's not about power, it's about connection. As the day wore on, the alien approached closer, still behind its shield. Ryland decided to test another idea. He removed a small device from his belt and began sketching patterns on the ground, simple symbols of friendship and cooperation. He drew circles, lines connecting them, and small human-like figures reaching out to one another. The alien watched, intrigued. Its shield pulsed in response, synchronized with the patterns on the ground. Ryland smiled. It understands us, or at least it's trying to understand. Suddenly, a warning flashed across Mara's sensor display. Captain, energy spike ahead. Something's coming. From the sky, a storm of plasma descended, lightning-like streaks striking the planet's surface. The team scrambled for cover. Rocks cracked and the ground trembled beneath them. The alien did not flee. Instead, it raised its shield not against the humans but against the storm itself, creating a small protective bubble around them. Ryland's jaw tightened. The alien was not hostile. It was helping. It's testing us again, he murmured. But this time, it's protective. Inside the shield, the humans huddled together. The storm roared above, energy arcs dancing dangerously close. Ryland noticed how the alien's shield adjusted constantly, shifting with the plasma bolts, ensuring their safety. He realized that trust was forming in real time, not through words but through action. When the storm subsided, the alien lowered the shield slightly. It did not speak. It did not leave. It simply observed the humans, who were shaken but unharmed. Ryland approached slowly, extending his hand in a gesture of gratitude. The alien tilted its head. Its shield flickered faintly, then pulsed in a pattern that Ryland interpreted as acknowledgement. He whispered, "Thank you. I don't know how to explain this in words, but I hope you know we mean no harm." The alien seemed to understand. For several minutes it remained silent, simply watching. Then it stepped closer. Still shielded, but closer than before. Its movement was deliberate, cautious, yet full of curiosity. Mara, ever the scientist, whispered to Ryland, "Captain, it's responding to our behavior, not our words. It's learning about us, and it seems to appreciate our honesty and care." Ryland nodded. Yes, this is the first real connection. Not just between humans and aliens, but between beings who can understand each other without violence. The alien finally made a motion that caught Ryland off guard. It extended one hand toward him, and a small sphere of light hovered above its palm. The sphere was warm and seemed to pulse gently. Ryland understood instinctively. It was offering a form of communication, an invitation to engage on a deeper level. He reached out slowly. "We accept," he said softly. "We want to learn. We want to understand." The alien's shield flickered one last time that evening, then stabilized. For the first time, Ryland felt that trust, small, fragile, but real, was forming. He knew the alien was still cautious, still testing them, but it had taken the first step toward openness. As night fell, the humans set up a temporary camp under the alien's watchful gaze. Ryland looked up at the twin suns setting, their light reflecting off the crystalline trees. The planet was beautiful, dangerous, and alive, and somewhere nearby, the alien's thoughts remained unreadable yet clearly aware. Clearly curious, Ryland whispered to his team, "Tomorrow, we continue. Slowly, carefully. We prove ourselves through action, through honesty, through care, and maybe, by then it will trust us enough to drop its shield." Mara smiled faintly. "I've never seen anything like this. It's fascinating. It's testing our humanity as much as we're trying to understand its species." Ryland nodded, feeling a mixture of pride and wonder. Humanity had faced many challenges in space, but this was different. This was not a battle of strength or a test of intelligence or even a race for resources. This was a challenge of heart, of character, and of connection. Above them, the alien's shield shimmered faintly in the dark, a soft, rhythmic glow. And for the first time, Ryland felt that humanity might not only survive in the vast universe, but could form bonds with beings who were completely different from themselves. Tomorrow, the real test would begin. And this time it would not be about jokes or words, it would be about trust, courage, and the willingness to show who humans truly were. The twin suns rose slowly over the alien planet, casting golden light across the crystalline landscape. Captain Ryland awoke first, stepping out of the temporary camp to take in the beauty of the morning. The air was crisp, carrying a faint hum of energy from the alien's shield, still visible in soft pulses on the horizon. Lieutenant Mara joined him, carrying her datapad. "The readings are stable this morning," she said. "But the energy patterns from the alien's shield, they seem almost like a heartbeat. There's intelligence in the rhythm, like it's watching, learning." Ryland nodded. "It's testing us, yes, but it's also learning about our intentions. That's important. We can't rush it." The day began with careful exploration. The humans moved slowly, respecting the alien space but also observing the environment. The planet was full of surprises, plants that glowed at touch, rocks that hummed faintly, and small creatures that scurried away at the slightest vibration. Every detail mattered. Ryland knew that the alien was watching even the smallest human gestures. Suddenly, a loud rumble shook the ground beneath them. Ryland steadied himself as a massive fissure opened nearby, spewing a cloud of dust and strange glowing particles into the air. The humans stepped back, alarmed, as the ground cracked further. "It's unstable here," Terran shouted. "We need to move." The alien appeared almost immediately, its shield flaring wider than ever. It moved with purpose, creating a protective barrier around the humans as rocks tumbled and dust swirled. Ryland realized, with a mix of fear and admiration, that the alien was protecting them, not out of obligation, but out of choice. Inside the shield, Ryland stumbled, hitting his side on a jagged rock. Pain shot through him, sharp and unrelenting. He gritted his teeth, trying to stand, but his leg gave way. Mara and Terran rushed to his side. "Captain, are you okay?" Mara asked, concern etched across her face. I'll manage," Ryland said through gritted teeth. But the truth was clear. He couldn't move without help. The alien hovered closer, its luminous eyes focused on him. Its shield pulsed gently, almost like a soft heartbeat, as if it could sense his pain. Ryland looked into its glowing eyes and realized something astonishing. The alien understood, not just humans in general, but him in this moment of vulnerability. He laughed softly, a weak sound that carried both pain and irony. "Guess I really did mean it." "You," he muttered, thinking back to the joke that started it all. This time there was no humor, only sincerity. The alien paused, then without a word lowered the shield partially. Its glowing hand extended, hovering over Ryland. A warmth spread through him, easing some of the pain in his side. He could feel the alien's intent, to help, not harm. Mara knelt beside him. "Captain, I've never seen anything like this. It's offering assistance, and not just physically. I think it senses trust, or maybe compassion." Ryland nodded. "Yes, this is more than protection. It's understanding." Together they moved toward safer ground, the alien guiding them with subtle gestures and light pulses. Every step was careful. Every gesture by the humans was mirrored in some way by the alien, a silent dance of trust and observation. Once they reached a stable area, Ryland was helped to sit on a large crystal outcrop. His breathing slowed and the pain dulled slightly. The alien remained nearby, shield still active but now smaller, almost as if it respected the humans' independence while still offering support. Ryland looked at the alien and spoke softly, unsure if it would understand. "We don't know much about you, but I think we want to understand each other, not as enemies, not as strangers, but as beings who might learn from each other." The alien tilted its head and the shield pulsed in a pattern Ryland interpreted as acknowledgement. Slowly it produced a small orb of light, pulsing gently in synchronization with the shield. It hovered in front of Ryland, then expanded, showing him visions not of technology or weapons, but of its world. Cities carved into crystalline mountains, creatures living in harmony with energy fields, and beings interacting with care and respect. Ryland's heart raced. This was not just communication, it was an invitation to see the alien's life as it truly was. For the first time, humans could witness the alien's world, its philosophy and its values. Mara whispered, It's showing us. Its life, its perspective. This is incredible, Terran added. And it trusts us enough to do this. After all we've done, it's choosing to share. Rylan nodded, feeling a surge of pride and responsibility. We must honor that trust. Every action matters. Every decision we make here counts. As they rested, Rylan began small gestures to deepen the connection. He offered water to the alien, held out a hand in friendship, and even laughed quietly at his own awkwardness. The alien watched intently, its shield pulsing rhythmically with every movement. Slowly, it began to mimic subtle human gestures, not perfectly, but enough to show willingness to engage. The afternoon passed with exploration and learning. The humans observed alien flora and fauna, while the alien observed human behavior. Every act of honesty, courage, or kindness seemed to strengthen the bond forming between them. Then, a loud cry echoed across the valley. One of the small creatures they had helped earlier was trapped under a fallen crystal branch. The humans rushed to help, but the alien was faster. Its shield expanded, lifting the branch and freeing the creature without harming it. The humans watched in awe. Rylan realized the alien was teaching them as much as they were learning. It demonstrated care without words, patience without frustration, and strength without dominance. Humanity had faced countless challenges in space, but this was different. This was a lesson in heart, character, and connection. As evening approached, the alien lowered its shield slightly more, allowing closer observation. Rylan approached, careful not to frighten it. I know trust takes time, he said softly. We're willing to wait, and we'll do everything we can to honor yours. The alien's glowing eyes focused on him, and for a brief moment, the shield disappeared entirely. Rylan felt a strange warmth in the air, a silent acknowledgement of the trust forming. The alien did not speak. It did not need to. The gesture alone carried meaning deeper than words ever could. Mara broke the silence. Captain. It dropped the shield, even if just a little.
That's enormous.
That's progress beyond anything we expected. Rylan nodded. Yes, and it's our responsibility to keep that trust. Every choice from here on will matter. We've begun something important, something rare. The humans set up camp once more, this time under the alien's watchful but more relaxed gaze. For the first time, Rylan felt that the alien was not just a distant observer. It was a participant, choosing to engage with them, choosing to see humanity as more than explorers or intruders. As night fell, Rylan stood outside the camp, looking up at the twin suns setting on the horizon. The crystalline trees glimmered faintly in the dim light, and the alien's faint glow pulsed gently nearby. He felt a mixture of exhaustion, wonder, and anticipation. This is only the beginning, he whispered. Tomorrow, we'll continue to show who we are, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see what it truly is willing to share. The alien remained still, shield flickering softly, a heartbeat in the darkness. And for the first time, Rylan felt that humanity could form bonds with beings unlike any they had ever encountered. Bonds built not on strength, technology, or fear, but on honesty, courage, and care. The night was quiet yet alive, and somewhere in the distance the alien watched, thoughtful and aware, ready to see what tomorrow would bring. The morning light filtered through the crystalline canopy, casting soft glimmers across the plain. Captain Rylan and his team awoke to a calm yet electrifying atmosphere. The alien, which had been observing them for days, now remained closer than before. Its shield pulsed softly, almost like a heartbeat, but it no longer seemed distant. The air carried a sense of anticipation, as if the planet itself recognized the fragile trust forming between the humans and this luminous being. Rylan stepped outside, scanning the landscape. Today, he said quietly to his team, we go further. We continue to show who we are, and we watch carefully too. There's much to learn. The alien appeared, walking gracefully toward them. Its movements were precise yet almost fluid, blending perfectly with the natural environment. For the first time, its shield was minimal, allowing humans to see its form clearly. Rylan felt a mix of awe and excitement. They were no longer strangers to one another. A tentative connection had been formed. Mara knelt beside a glowing plant, observing how its light shifted in response to the alien's energy. Captain, she whispered, look at this. The shield's energy seems to interact with the environment. It's teaching us in a way. Rylan nodded. Yes, I think it's showing us its world, how it lives and how it sees balance. We need to pay attention to every detail. The alien led them into a valley they had not explored before. Strange formations rose like towers made of crystal and organic material intertwined. Light shimmered across their surfaces, creating patterns that seemed almost like writing. Rylan realized these were not just decorations, they were symbols of knowledge and philosophy, meant to convey understanding to those willing to observe. As they walked, the alien gestured with its hands. Small orbs of light emerged, hovering and shifting to indicate paths, dangers, and points of interest. Rylan and Mara followed, deciphering these gestures as they went. Every step was a lesson in observation and patience. The alien paused by a natural pool of luminescent water. It touched the surface and ripples of energy spread outward, causing the surrounding crystals to glow. Rylan and his team understood that this was a demonstration of harmony, the alien's connection with its environment. Rylan stepped closer, speaking softly. "We see it. We respect it. We want to learn from it." The alien tilted its head, and for the first time it spoke, not in words but through a projection of images and sensations. They saw beings moving in coordination with energy, helping each other, building and creating. The alien species valued cooperation, understanding, and the careful use of power. It was a world unlike anything humans had known, yet its values were universal: respect, empathy, and balance. Mara whispered, "It's teaching us about life, about cooperation, about harmony." Rylan nodded. "And it's teaching us without words. That's powerful. We must pay attention." The day continued with more exploration. The alien showed them hidden passages, plants that responded to touch, and creatures that communicated through light. Every demonstration was careful, never forceful, always observing how humans reacted. Rylan noticed that honesty and calmness brought the alien closer, while impatience or fear caused it to withdraw slightly. At one point, a small creature scuttled too close to a fragile energy formation. Without hesitation, the alien extended a hand, creating a protective barrier around both the creature and the formation. Rylan and his team watched, understanding the lesson. Care and protection were more powerful than dominance or control. Rylan knelt near the formation, speaking softly. "We understand. We want to help, not harm. We want to learn, not take. We respect life in all forms." The alien's shield pulsed brighter for a moment, a subtle acknowledgement. Slowly, it moved closer, allowing the humans to observe the intricate details of its energy fields. This was trust in action. Trust given, trust earned, and trust carefully maintained. As they continued, the alien demonstrated a method of interacting with the environment. By aligning gestures with the natural flow of energy, humans could manipulate objects gently, communicate non-verbally, and even aid small creatures in need. Rylan tried cautiously, mimicking the alien's gestures. A crystal orb lifted gently into the air, guided by his movements. Mara followed, and the orb responded to her focus. Terran watched, astonished. This is incredible. It's like we're learning to sense life itself, not just observe it." Rylan smiled. "Exactly. It's not just technology or power. It's understanding. That's what humans need to grow: curiosity, patience, and respect." The afternoon brought a moment of quiet reflection. The humans rested near a glowing pool while the alien stood nearby, observing, occasionally projecting images of its species' daily life. Rylan realized how much they had learned in just a few days, about trust, about cooperation, and about the delicate balance between beings and their environment. Rylan spoke softly to the alien, unsure if it could fully understand the words, but knowing the intent mattered. "You've shown us so much, more than we expected. We want to honor it. We want to understand fully, and we want to share what we learn with the rest of humanity, peacefully, wisely, and carefully." The alien's shield pulsed, and for a moment it seemed almost human in its expression, though it did not speak. The gesture of lowering its shield slightly was enough. Rylan felt a deep connection, as if the alien recognized the sincerity of his words. As evening approached, the alien led them to a high ridge overlooking the valley. The view was breathtaking: glowing plants, crystal towers, and distant mountains reflecting the light of twin suns. Rylan realized the alien had chosen this moment to teach another lesson: perspective. From this height, humans could see the interconnection of life, energy, and environment. Every action had meaning. Every choice had consequence. Rylan turned to his team. This is why it tests us. It's showing us how to see the bigger picture. We are small, but our choices matter. Every action we take can build or break trust, understanding, and harmony. Mara nodded. I think it's teaching us about ourselves, too. Humanity often rushes, acts without thinking. Here, we're learning patience, observation, and cooperation. The alien hovered nearby, its glowing form reflecting in the crystal formations. Slowly, it extended a hand, offering another orb of light. This time, the orb projected a vision not just of its species, but of a future of humans and aliens working together, learning from one another, exploring safely, and sharing knowledge. Rylan felt a surge of hope. This was more than communication. This was a partnership in the making, a bond that could change the course of interstellar relations. As night fell, the humans set up camp once again. The alien remained close, its shield minimal, a symbol of trust and willingness to share. Rylan watched the glowing form, feeling a mixture of awe, gratitude, and responsibility. This was not a fleeting encounter. This was the start of a profound connection. He whispered to his team, "We've come far, but the real journey is just beginning. Tomorrow, we continue to learn, and maybe we'll show it that humanity can be worthy of its trust." Above them, the stars twinkled in the alien sky, reflecting on the crystalline surfaces. The alien remained nearby, patient, aware, and willing to share more of its world. Rylan realized that through patience, honesty, and care, humanity could reach beyond fear and misunderstanding, forming bonds that spanned species, worlds, and even the vastness of space itself. For the first time, he felt certain. Humanity had the ability not just to survive, but to inspire, to connect, and to grow, one careful, honest step at a time. The morning light spilled over the alien planet like liquid gold. Captain Rylan stood at the edge of the ridge overlooking the valley. The twin suns reflected off the crystal towers, creating patterns that danced across the glowing landscape. The alien stood nearby, its luminous form calm and steady, its shield barely visible, almost gone. "Today feels different," Mara whispered, adjusting her datapad. "It's almost like it trusts us completely." Rylan nodded. "Yes, we've earned a step forward. But trust is fragile. We must honor it." The alien began to move, gesturing for the humans to follow. Its energy flowed gently, pulsing in patterns that seemed almost musical. As they walked, Rylan realized that the alien was guiding them, not through force but through cooperation. Every step required observation, patience, and care. They reached a large crystalline plateau in the center of the valley. Here the alien species had constructed what appeared to be a communal space, full of energy conduits and flowing crystal formations. The structures pulsed with light as if alive, resonating with the alien's presence. Rylan felt a sense of awe. This is incredible," he said quietly. "It's not just a home. It's a reflection of who they are. Every detail matters." The alien hovered above a central formation and extended both hands. Light spread outward, forming intricate patterns in the air. Images appeared, visions of its species interacting, sharing knowledge, and creating together. The alien's intent was clear. It wanted to show humanity its world fully without barriers. Mara whispered, "It's sharing everything with us, completely." "That's trust." Rylan stepped forward slowly. "We honor it. We will show your people that humanity can be careful, respectful, and cooperative. We're not here to take. We're here to learn and to share." The alien's shield flickered one last time and then disappeared entirely. For the first time, humans saw it fully unguarded. Its form was radiant and powerful, but there was no sense of threat. Instead, there was clarity, understanding, and openness. Terran broke the silence. "Captain, this is huge. We've never encountered a species willing to trust humans like this before." Rylan smiled, feeling a mix of pride and responsibility. "It's more than trust. It's a partnership forming, and it's up to us to honor it." The alien began to guide them through the communal area, demonstrating ways to interact safely with the environment. By using gentle gestures and focusing their intent, the humans could manipulate energy flows, open hidden passageways, and assist the alien creatures in the area. Every action required care, precision, and thoughtfulness. Rylan realized that this was more than just exploration. It was education. The alien was teaching humanity how to understand and interact with a completely different form of life, and in return, Humans were showing the alien how curiosity, honesty, and courage could bridge seemingly impossible gaps. As they moved through the plateau, the alien led them to a pool of liquid crystal. When Rylan approached, the alien projected an image within the pool. Humans and aliens working side by side, exploring planets, sharing discoveries, and communicating peacefully across space. It was a vision of potential, a glimpse of what cooperation could achieve. Rylan felt hope rise within him. This is what we can become. Not just humans, not just aliens, but partners. Allies. The alien hovered closer, its eyes, liquid pools of light, focusing on Rylan. Slowly, it extended a hand toward him, offering a small orb of energy. The orb was warm and pulsed gently like a heartbeat. Rylan reached out carefully, feeling the energy flow into his hands. It was neither threatening nor overwhelming. It was a symbol of unity, a silent promise between species. We accept, he said softly. We accept this bond, and we will honor it with our actions always. The alien's energy orb glowed brighter, then expanded, projecting a panorama of its world. Humans saw thriving communities, creatures living in harmony and technology seamlessly integrated with nature. Every image conveyed a philosophy, balance, respect, and shared purpose. Mara whispered, "It's showing us everything, completely. That's not just trust. That's hope," Rylan nodded. "And hope is what we need to carry back to humanity. We have to prove that we can be worthy of this partnership." The rest of the day passed with demonstrations, guidance, and shared experiences. The alien showed them how to interact with energy flows safely, how to nurture fragile life forms, and how to respect the environment's balance. Every lesson required patience and observation. By evening, the humans had gained a deep understanding of the alien's world, its values, and its expectations. And the alien, in turn, had learned about human courage, curiosity, and compassion. A silent bond had formed, one built on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. As night fell, the twin suns disappeared below the horizon, leaving the valley bathed in the soft glow of energy streams and crystal towers. Rylan and his team set up camp, feeling a mixture of awe, gratitude, and responsibility. The alien remained nearby, fully unshielded now, a symbol of complete trust. Rylan approached slowly. "You've shown us so much," he said. "We will honor it. Humanity can learn from this, and we will carry your lessons forward. Together we can explore, understand, and protect life across the stars." The alien pulsed gently, acknowledging the words without speaking. It hovered close, a companion rather than a distant observer. For the first time, Rylan felt that humans were not alone in the universe, and that partnerships like this could shape the future. Terran spoke softly, almost in awe. "Captain, I think we've just witnessed the beginning of something bigger than we imagined." "This is history," Rylan smiled. "Yes, history. And the future. A future where trust, courage, and understanding can bridge worlds." The next morning, Rylan formally extended a gesture of alliance. He offered a simple, universal sign of cooperation, an open hand and a promise of peace. The alien mirrored the gesture, creating a visual pulse of energy that spread across the valley. This silent ceremony marked the beginning of their partnership. Rylan knew that humanity had gained more than knowledge. They had gained a friend, an ally, and a teacher. The alien's willingness to share its world and wisdom proved that even across the vastness of space, connection was possible if one approached with honesty, courage, and respect. Before leaving, Rylan spoke privately to the alien. "We will return not as explorers but as partners. Your trust will not be wasted. Together we can learn, grow, and help each other. And someday, humanity will be ready to meet your species on equal ground." The alien pulsed in response, a gentle rhythm that seemed to convey understanding and agreement. It hovered close, almost as if it recognized the sincerity in Rylan's words. For a moment the world was quiet, alive with potential, and filled with the promise of a shared future. As the humans boarded the shuttle, the alien followed to the edge of the plateau, its glowing form a beacon of trust and friendship. Rylan looked back once, feeling a surge of hope and determination. This bond, unexpected, fragile, and powerful, was proof that humanity could rise above fear, build trust, and form connections that spanned stars. The shuttle lifted off, gliding smoothly over the valley. The alien watched until the humans disappeared from view. its glow fading softly into the night. Ryland sat back, looking out at the stars, reflecting on the journey. They had come as strangers. They had joked, tested, and struggled. And now they left as allies, united not by power, not by force, but by honesty, courage, and a willingness to understand one another. Ryland whispered to himself, "We have much to learn, and much to share. Humanity is ready, and this is only the beginning." The alien remained on the planet calm and observant, knowing that one small act of trust had opened the door to an interstellar friendship. Above, the stars shone brighter, reflecting the promise of new beginnings, new alliances, and a future shaped by courage, compassion, and connection. And somewhere, deep in the silent vastness of space, two species, so different, yet so similar in spirit, looked toward the same horizon, ready to face it together.